Hi, I'm here for Sound on Sound at the AES show in New York with Matt Hines from iZotope, who's a product specialist for Nectar 2, the new vocal production suite. So, Matt, do you want to tell us what it's all about?
Yeah, absolutely. So Nectar 2 is our complete vocal production suite. What I mean by that is that it's a collection of different vocal processing tools, but in the guise of one plugin window. And so you can actually kind of see here, I have in one plugin an EQ, compressors, de-esser, limiter. There's a reverb in there, a harmony module, pitch correction. And the idea is that with all of those different modules in one plugin, you can adjust the signal flow really easily. So if I want to say, all right, let's have my compressor first and my EQ after to maybe compensate for some over compression if I'm about to do that. I can quickly just click and drag, much easier than maybe working with a channel strip in the host. And everything that we do in Nectar, so as I edit, maybe for an hour at a time, every single step I make is saved in an undo history. So workflow-wise, you can kind of explore a vocal sound for hours if need be, and always step back to everything you did, no matter what configuration of processing tools you had. So workflow-wise, it's super fun to play around with. It comes with a lot of presets as well, if that helps get you started. But then individually, some of those modules are pretty fantastic too.
So do you want to tell us about the new modules then?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have two big new modules in Nectar 2 that we're pretty proud of. The first one is this new reverb module that we have. It's an EMT 140 model. And so we actually spent the summer, we booked out a studio. They had a beautifully maintained EMT 140 plate. Which, if anyone isn't sure what that is, it's a classic reverb. It's been used for 50, 60 years, longer than we've been alive. But it's huge. It's like 4 feet by 8 feet, and it is literally just a metal plate. So we spent a whole bunch of time running impulses, and we really captured and modeled not just the sound, but the behavior of the box. And we have that, in Nectar to play around with. So I can add some of this beautiful plate reverb. And because we're in the digital domain, I can actually then say, you know what, let's do some extra things. We've got this great model, but let's enhance it. So we can filter out the high end of just the wet reverberant signal, which on the original plate is really very difficult to achieve. And we can have the warm reverb just sit right under the vocal, which is really neat. We have this saturation control too, which models the behavior of the overdriven plate. So when you hear some of the old Beatles recordings or the old classics, they actually drove the plate really hot to create harmonic distortion. So we've modeled that in there too, which sounds really, really great and really fun. So we're definitely proud of that.
So you've also got a new harmonizer as well.
Yeah, we have. That's one of the most exciting new features, this new harmony module. In Nectar 1, we had a doubler. You could kind of create chorused vocal effects. Simply put, the harmony module adds harmonies. So we actually set a key. It has key detection, but if you know the key of the song, you set the key, and then you can just add backing vocals in real time, and they'll stay diatonic to the key.
Walking out of one shadow only lands you in.
You can also throw it in MIDI control, and then you can start playing around up to 12 voices at once with your MIDI controller.
Walking out of
assuming your MIDI controller is record enabled.
Walking out of one shadow only lands you in another shadow's way.
And if you want to get into it, you can mix the individual backing vocals. There's panning, there's gain, pitch and delay. There's some human variation controls, because no backing vocalist is robotic that I've ever encountered. So we're definitely excited about that. That's a lot of fun to play around with too.
So all the other tools that are in there already, are they the same as in iZotope 1, Nectar 1, or are they updated, changed?
They're updated. So the EQ, for instance, we've added some new curves. There's a Baxendale filter now in the EQ. There's a Poltec style filter that's in there. The compressor, we've added extra metering options and also improved the DSP, the sound quality. There's 4 different. There's a digital, a vintage, an optical, and a solid state compressor model built in. The new de-esser is modeled after the DBX 902, the great piece of hardware, so it's super transparent. So there's not really any one module we've left alone. We've actually kind of added new modules, and then the existing ones we've tweaked a lot. So.
Cool. So Matt, how much is it going to cost, and when is it available?
Well, it's already available. You can download it off the iZotope website, or in the UK, the Time and Space website as well. And there's two versions: Nectar 2 Standard Edition, which is the main plugin, and the current price for that is $179 US. And the current price for the Nectar 2 Production Suite, which adds the separate manual pitch editor, which syncs to your timeline and allows you to correct things, and a breath control, that's currently $219 through October 30th, and then it will be $299.
Okay, great. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.